other part that I was just starting to put some items together to start posting on this, but people need to understand what is an actual differentiator and what is essentially, for lack of a better word, makes you easily forgettable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like where what you say and what you do, the minute you walk away, you're forgotten. And I think that to a lot of salespeople and these networking events, you go to, here's what you do, here's what you say, and people get kind of whitewashed into all doing and saying the very same things in such a way that, once again, you're forgettable, and you leave the event having made zero impact. And we talk about being authentic and genuine and all this on social media and on. So, you know, I bring this question to both of you guys and you know, pose it kind of to the audience. There are strategies, but you do have to be memorable, and you have to do something to make it so your presence was something that left a mark. That's your goal, right? Is so that when you do reach out and say, hello, it was great meeting you, they're like, I don't even remember meeting that person. And one of the problems, like I said, you go to certain sessions or seminars and they'll tell you, oh, do this, or, you know, like call real estate agents on Mondays, or, you know, it's like, and then you become a part of the crowd. So being memorable, what would you both comment on that? Like making yourself a memorable contact or conversation.
At a networking event, obviously, you know, I choose taking pictures, because even if I didn't know you two from Adam, if I was like, hey, can I get your picture? You're like, okay, who is she? I don't know, but okay, we'll take our picture together, right? Typically, that's how I break the ice. Like, thank you so much. You know, here's my name. You know, so then now I've already connected. Now they're going to connect with me on my social media channels. They don't know who I am yet, but they will. So I take pictures, and this sounds weird, but I also have and this wouldn't work for you two, but I have a really blingy business card holder. I mean, it is like very bright, and they always comment on it. Like, hey, you want my business card? And I think they remember me. I know it sounds petty, but it works, I think.
You and bling?
Yeah. I mean, it is super shiny.
Hyper offended that you don't think that I can rock the blingy.
I mean, maybe
I
black.
like hyper. That's really, I'm not even going to pretend to say that my feelings aren't hurt. However, I am going to say that the taking the picture piece, maybe not as easy. I think there is an element of, you know,
it's easy to approach, right? Like, I don't need to know you and just say, hey, can I get your picture? And they're always wanting to get their picture taken. Even that's a good like icebreaker, if that makes sense.
I think there's probably some who would say it's probably easier for, you know, probably for women to go about asking for the picture or doing the picture than, you know, probably for us as men. I certainly know you're creepy in general, so like, and me,
true, I didn't even think that through.
Factor, so
I did not think that through.
Maybe not as easy, and you know.
Yeah, want to take a picture with me?
You're right, bad idea, Buzz. I'm sorry.
They're all going, not really, dude.
No, dude.
Yeah, no.
Just come here. Let me put my arm around you. No.
Look, it's a bad idea.
I've been beat up more times. You know, I just don't understand.
I think the picture, you know, for me, and I know, you know, being taller, 6'7", I was just having this conversation last week with a former teammate of mine, Noel Felix, who's, you know, 6'9", black guy. Like, people have a certain, like, you know, kind of almost intimidation factor, and I'm like, I'm 6'7". For years, I've always had to kind of deal with like being like overly smiley, and you know, even as my muscle mass has shrunk over the years from lifting, not happening. Knowing that like being friendly, there's a different approach, male and female.
Yes,
I think that is important to recognize, right?
You know what would be a funny series of pictures for someone that's really tall? Is getting with people and going, hey, let's do a selfie. And you take the selfie where you just cut off the top of their head like this, and then you keep posting it, and all the, you know, and you say, here I am with Julie, and it's just the top of her head. That'd be a funny, don't you think that would?
It could take off.
I'm not so sure that would have the effect that you think it would have, but
Well,
I would think it'd be funnier if you cut your own head off all the time.
Oh,
or that,
or
you
that.
know, where you've got
like
Julie
they're
in,
and you're cut off.
and you're just
less
from here
offensive.
down. Yeah, but I think that we need to lean into one or the other.
Yes.
I think that'd be funny to might be good to cut your head off. So that we could do that.
Yeah.
I get my head bitten off a lot. That's for different reasons.